Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. I'm going to be working in kind of forward and backwards a little bit just to kind of make some of my points more relevant, I guess. But I want to start off with Diane. And if you watch the episode, you know what happens to her in the previews. I don't know how to feel about if she's another character that gets killed off. Because when you stop and think about it, Diane hasn't been a character in a very long time. Don't get me wrong. What I mean by that is, besides her being a lawyer and coming to defense of Michael or Sonny or somebody else's legal trouble, when was the last time that they actually made her a character? Made her actually have a storyline, made her seem like she was important and she was relevant, you know, to the show, other than some sort of prop to help somebody else out. I feel like she's another one of those characters that probably been hit what I like to call the ceiling for a very long time. You look at Brando's character, and he started off really great. And then he hooked him up with Sasha. Then he fast tracked the hell out of their relationship. And then he was just nothing more than a crutch for Sasha. And we all know what happened at that point. So when I sat there and I looked at the previews, I was just sitting there thinking in my head, I'm like part of me's like, oh man, that sucks because I really like Diane. The other part of me is like, okay, I mean, he wasn't really doing much in the show besides, taking care of other people's legal trouble. Um, and I knew the writing was on the wall the minute that she made up with Sonny. Because Sonny, in the beginning, he was acting like a damn man child. Let's be honest. I can't believe you grilled me and this, that, and the third. Bro, you do realize it's her job. And you wasn't there defending Nina, so I don't know what exactly you wanted her to do. Diane was there to sit there and help out Sasha as far as her guardianship is concerned, because now it's like, Brando's not there anymore, and, well, Sasha's still in a lot of legal trouble. But Diane's there to sit there and help her out, and, after a lengthy talk with Sonny, they kind of patch things up, and Diane's willing to sit there and help out since Martin is, well, God knows where. But the minute that they patched things up and Sonny left Diane with Dex, I knew it was a wrap. I knew it was a wrap. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person that knew that it was a wrap. I mean, like we were talking about in the chat yesterday, Dex has been there every time somebody's been attacked. Every time somebody's been attacked. Ava, Brando, and now Diane. I'm not saying that she's going to get killed off, because at least the hospital, Finn, and Portia know that they're dealing with poison when it comes towards this killer. So maybe they're going to sit there and try to save her if they can get to her in time. But, I heard a rumor, I think from James or someone, that they were thinking about, trimming the cast. And I feel like this is the way that they're going to go about it. Probably going to sit there and piss off a lot of people. Even with their little PR stunt, if you saw the video with the actor that plays Brando, thanking his fans and just embracing him for the time that he's been on the show, as nice as it was, I felt like it was a PR stunt. I really felt like it was a PR stunt. Because they knew that people were outraged, they were angry, they were mad, they felt like it was stupid, they was like, why couldn't they kill off some other characters, which I agreed with. But, it was a PR stunt. And we'll leave it at that. So after and Anna and Valentine, get on the boat, take out Johan, and is coming there to rescue Lucy. Now Lucy decides she wants to sit there and play Mrs. Spy. Okay? Because now she's all like, oh, well, I'm going to get more information out of him. And, now she starts to have this whole ego trip where it's like, oh, he's putty in my hand and I still got it. And I'm like, okay, you were just whining and crying and everything else like a couple of days before about how you didn't even want to be involved with Anna and what's going on with Valentine. I mean, what's going on with Victor. But now you all just like, oh, I got my groove back. And I'm like, okay, Lucy. Valentine's like, yo, he's not an idiot. He's going to figure it out. But at this point, they're both just like, yo, listen, you want to stay. You had a chance to leave. Which, in reality, I'm glad she stayed because it does make it more exciting. But at the same time, I'm like, bro, you are putting yourself in a hell of a lot of danger that is not necessarily required. To be fair, it wasn't required for a very long time, but this is where we are. Nicholas is there to get advice from um, Alexis after Diane leaves, and whatever advice that she gave him, which was good, as far as if she's going to give up her pride, you need to give up something in return. And he shows up to the hospital with some sort of envelope. Ava Ava wants to forgive Nicholas. And even Nina can see that when she goes there to visit and offers her to, stay at her place. Um, so when Nicholas comes in, Ava's just like, oh, well, I hope whatever it is going to be more than just like pretty words or whatever. But she wants to forgive him. She wants to forgive him. And I give people props. I give people props for forgiving someone for cheating, infidelity, whatever you want to call it, because that's something I don't know if I can actually do ever. But yeah, I guess there's still some love there. I'm glad that the Liz story is finally starting to pick up. Although I don't understand Liz's connection to Finn's late wife. Because she drew her on the sketch, and when she went to go see Finn and she was looking at his phone, and Finn was like, yeah, that's my late wife. Obviously she didn't share, even though she said that she knew, like she recognized or she saw the face of the person that was on the floor. At this point, we all know that she wasn't going to sit there and tell Finn who it was. Now, the thing for me is that she looked like she was dead, but Finn, Liz wasn't a nurse at the time. She could have just been unconscious. And we all know that, Rocco, I think that's her name, died because of some Blackwood disease. So, obviously, Liz didn't kill this woman. So I don't have a theory as to like how they actually connect to each other, um, or anything like that. But I am excited to sit there and find out. I'm not the greatest Liz fan, but I am happy that she's finally getting some more storyline. But you know what sucks? I was thinking about this at work. Thinking about this at work. So Alexis, when she had a certain amount of years, they gave her own little special. Liz has been on the show for 20 something years, and yet they didn't give her like her own little special episode. They gave Ava, they gave Ava her own special episode with like Morgan and Kiki and stuff like that. But yet they didn't give Liz one. Man, I sometimes I just feel like they really don't like Liz. I mean, they really don't like the actress. Let's just be very clear. I feel like they don't like the actress that plays Liz. And like I was saying to one of my subscribers, from what I understand, the actress got fired the first time around, and the fans brought her back. And ever since then, I feel like especially now, I just don't like the way that they're treating the actress who's been there for so long, and story is constantly being pushed back and everything like that for these new characters and teens. And it's like I get everyone has to sit there and kind of share a piece of the pie, but it's like, but again, it's like y'all need to start trimming some of these people down and start giving somebody like her who is a veteran actress, you know, more story and push hers out a little bit, first before like Rory and Trina and Joss and Cam. I mean, they're great characters, but it's like, come on, seriously? I feel like I would be insulted personally if that was me. So let's talk about Alexis for a minute. Now, here's the thing about Alexis. Before I really get into it, it seems like Alexis and Gregory, they're obviously going somewhere. That's why another reason why Gregory was hanging around so long is to be Alexis' new love interest. But before then, Alexis was pursued by Sean, and Alexis was like, listen, I'm just squaring off men, this, that, and third, yada yada yada. And in a lot of ways, I feel like Gregory is just kind of better for Alexis. I don't know. I don't know why, but I don't know if it has anything to do with like an age thing or anything like that, but I never really got the whole Sean and Alexis thing. I mean, I've never really been like a coupling person, but I feel like it just makes more sense with Gregory and Alexis. And now out of nowhere, Gregory's opinions matter to Alexis because Alexis is there talking about um, doing an open letter to the killer, and this way he can get distracted and I don't know, maybe write back and get sloppy, or whatever. Which I'm like, I feel like that could backfire, and I also feel like Jordan is going to be even more angry at her than she was before. But Gregory he gave his input, and at first he was like, yeah, well, I get that you don't really care about my opinion. I'm like, she really shouldn't, but I understand that the console. In the beginning, I felt like it was just kind of annoying that he would sit there and like insert himself and be all like, oh well, I think you're doing is bad and it's wrong and this, that, and the third. I'm like, shut up. But I feel like in this case, because they are snitching trying to stop a serial killer or murder or whatever, and seeing how Christina might be in danger still. Okay, cool. Um, there really wasn't much to the story. I mean, with those two besides that. Hmm. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that's about it, or at least the most pertinent information that happened in this episode. There was a lot of little scenes like Finn and Gregory that didn't really go anywhere. Um, Diane's conversation with Alexis didn't really go too much of anywhere. How about sit there and call Nancy? The only thing that really happened that kind of sparked my interest was just how clueless Alexis is. Because Alexis was sitting there talking to Diane about her argument with Christina, as far as mocking her job and saying that it was like belittling her job and what she's doing and stuff. But then she continues to do that, and it's like you didn't learn anything, you know. Like she says something about her job afterwards, and it's like, oh, well, she could do better, this, that, and the third, and I'm like, you didn't learn a damn thing, did you? That's the only thing I can remember out of that whole conversation. Um, because again, it reminded me of the old Alexis when I used to sit there and first started watching it, and just how judgmental she was. Anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe, and I will see you in the next video.